Alam Learning International Dr. Syed Aftab Alam. Introduction. The term Islamic State is widely debated in the contemporary world. Many scholars have attempted to define the concept, but there is no agreed-upon definition. On the other hand, the Western concept of the state has been defined and elaborated by many political scientists and theorists. This essay aims to examine the Islamic State and the Western state concepts in the Islamic political system. Islamic State concept. The concept of an Islamic State is rooted in the Islamic political theory, which maintains that Islam is not just a religion but also a comprehensive way of life that encompasses social, economic, and political aspects. According to Islamic political thought, the ultimate goal of an Islamic State is to establish a society based on justice, equality, and freedom for all people, Muslims and non-Muslims alike. The fundamental principle of an Islamic State is sovereignty of Allah, which means that Allah is the only authority in the state, and all laws and regulations must be consistent with the Quran and Sunnah. The concept of Islamic State has been debated by various scholars, and they have presented different models of Islamic State. For example, the Salafist model of an Islamic State is based on the establishment of a caliphate, where the ruler is a caliph who is elected by the people and must rule according to the Quran and Sunnah. The Shiite model of an Islamic State is based on the rule of the Imam, who is believed to be appointed by Allah and has the responsibility to guide the society based on the Quran and Sunnah. Western state concept. The Western concept of the state is based on the theory of sovereignty, which asserts that the state is the highest authority in the territory it governs. The Western state concept is based on the idea that the state has a monopoly on the legitimate use of force within its borders, and the state is responsible for maintaining law and order, protecting citizens' rights, and promoting the general welfare. The Western state has been defined by various political theorists, including Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau. According to Hobbes, the state is necessary to prevent the state of nature, where there is a constant state of war. Locke, on the other hand, argued that the state exists to protect the natural rights of individuals, while Rousseau argued that the state is necessary to ensure the general will of the people is expressed. Islamic State versus Western State. The Islamic State and Western state concepts have significant differences. One of the main differences is the concept of sovereignty. In the Islamic State, the sovereignty of Allah is the highest authority, and all laws and regulations must be consistent with the Quran and Sunnah. On the other hand, in the Western state, the sovereignty lies with the state, and the state has a monopoly on the legitimate use of force. Another difference is the role of religion in the state. In the Islamic State, religion is an integral part of the state, and all laws and regulations must be based on Islamic principles. In contrast, the Western state is secular, and religion is separated from the state. Furthermore, the Western state is based on the idea of individualism, where individuals have inherent rights, and the state exists to protect those rights. In contrast, the Islamic State is based on the idea of collectivism, where the community is more important than individual rights. Conclusion. In conclusion, the concept of an Islamic State and the Western state concept are significantly different. The Islamic State is based on the sovereignty of Allah, where religion is an integral part of the state, and the ultimate goal is to establish a just and equitable society. The Western state, on the other hand, is based on the idea of sovereignty of the state, where the state has a monopoly on the legitimate use of force.